I have two questions. First, you talked about CAN. I want to ask about the lion from Singapore who visited your state and met you recently and made the comment that it's going to be quite difficult for an opposition government to make to reality the programs that you have if you don't have the cooperation of the federal government. So what is your response to that?
So the lion of Singapore, I presume that you are referring to Minister Mentor.
Let me check. Is it true? Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. That's safe. I'm sure you are referring to Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew. Now, I think Lee Kuan Yew is a legend. We've read about him many times, and I would just like to add on to your remarks when you mentioned that we are a branch of PAP. Now we are an offshoot in a sense. Okay. Can I just stress that we took divergent paths after separation? There was minimal contact in the 60s and no contact whatsoever in the 70s. And I've never met Lee Kuan Yew until I became Chief Minister. I don't think I registered at all in his mind until I became Chief Minister. Now, I'm saying that without any malice or forethought. I'm just stating a fact. Because your Minister Mentor is a very practical person. And he's just looking at the basics, looking at the whether he can get something that is beneficial and in the best interest of Singapore. So he's just doing his job. So when he made that observation that we will not be able to progress as much as we like unless we get cooperation from the federal government, I think that's fair comment. That's fair comment. But that doesn't mean that we just listen to the comment and just twiddle our thumbs and hope for the best. No. We are actually continuing to engage with the federal government. And with the new Prime Minister, I think he's a little bit more business-like. We have impressed upon him that it is necessary for us to work together so that we can all move forward together. Now, Penang is not like Kelantan. It's a key industrial state for Malaysia. Now, why do I say that? 25% of Malaysia's exports, whether in volume or value, originates from Penang. 65% of Malaysia's medical tourism receipts originate from Penang. Tourism, I think the brand name of Penang is probably as well known as Malaysia. So Penang cannot afford to fail. If Penang fails, Malaysia fails. Just imagine suddenly 25% of your exports are taken away from you. How would that impact on the country? I think that would be very grave and very great. So there is a realization that you cannot play politics that is against national interest in this type of issues, especially economic issues. So we have seen that there is a general acceptance that we have to work together. Projects that were put on ice have now gone back on track. Amongst them, the second bridge, which construction has begun at a brisk pace, and that second bridge project, the length of 24 kilometers, the longest bridge in Southeast Asia, and I think one of the longest bridge in Asia, is worth 4.5 billion ringgit. Number one. Number two, the Meng Kuang Dam, expansion of the Meng Kuang Dam, 1.2 billion ringgit. That was just only announced last week. Number three, the funicular train on Penang Hill, that was put on ice. The 40 million ringgit project was put on ice, and now it is put on track, not at 40 million, but at an expanded sum of 60 million ringgit. And of course, an added bonus that was never on the plate at all, but was introduced by the Deputy Prime Minister when he was the Finance Minister, and of course, continued by him when he became the Prime Minister, is the 250 million ringgit Penang International Airport expansion project. Now, that was never on the table under the previous government. but it is now fast-tracked under the second stimulus package. Now this shows, I would be telling lies if I say that our relationship are rosy. No, our relationship is rosy, that the relations are good. Politics aside, we hope to have a working relationship that benefits everyone. And I would say that generally that we are confident that we can work something out for the benefit of both Penangites and also for the country. And of course, we also give credit to Najib's more business-like approach towards managing these issues. I think federal-state relations has a great impact on development in Malaysia, because the state government, even though we do not have much powers, but we have powers over land and local authority. And these are very key institutions, because nothing moves unless you sort out the land issues as well as the planning approvals.